I took my daughter to a impactful 8-week youth fitness program, and within the 4 weeks that she was there, my daughter came home and she expressed to me that there was an incident that occurred. So I immediately asked her what happened, and she shared with me that the instructor body shamed her in front of her peers.
Okay, let me ask, Sarah, is it?
Yes.
How old are you?
I am 11 years old.
So why don't you tell me what it is that happened, since you're the one who was there? Go ahead.
Okay. So on the 4th week of my program, I went and we were going into a pose, and I was
A yoga
concerned.
pose?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was concerned, and I asked the teacher if she was going to slip and fall in that pose.
So you say that, and what does she say?
And she says that, no, I'm not going to slip and fall because I take care of my body and you don't.
Okay. And what happened after she said that?
I just didn't know what to say. I was upset, so I
Were
just
the other
didn't say
kids
anything.
giggling, or everybody was just quiet?
No, it was mostly quiet. Everybody took it pretty seriously.
Okay.
So did the parents.
And then what happened?
We continued on with the lesson. She just didn't acknowledge, and she didn't think that that was wrong to say.
Okay. And then you came home and told your mom?
Yes.
All right. Talk to me, Ms. Jones. What happened?
In my course, she had a wonderful time up until this moment. I really saw her kind of blossoming in her personality, and I did receive this as a joke. I understood that she was making a joke at my expense in this class. And of course, I, at this moment, feel my delivery was poor, but I gave her the perspective that I felt was about healthy eating, about healthy lifestyle, that because of where I'm at in my life and what I teach, I wasn't going to injure myself. And
Right,
I did.
but that isn't what you said, though, right? Like, you said more than that, because you thought she was being snippy. And
Right, and it's one of those moments that I've been teaching for 10 years, and you have teachable moments that are opportunities. They're rough moments with students. So my regret was that I didn't address it to the group, and that I addressed it to her personally.
Right.
Because
What did you say exactly?
I told her, when she made this comment, I told her
First
that...
of all, what was it you were doing that, like, what was the yoga pose?
Do you want to see the exercise?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a figure 4, and it's a standing pose. It's a little bit advanced, so especially for their age group, because it requires a little balance and focus, right? Even for me. It's all about the shoes, though. It's a hip opener exercise,
Right.
right? So the joke was about hips and being alt.
Okay. That's very good.
I personally have a lifelong relationship to health and fitness. I had a period of time where I had an injury in my life, and
What was the exact phrase you said to her?
the exact phrase that, as I recall, was something along the lines of, no, I won't injure myself because I know how to take care of my body and you don't yet.
You don't yet? And what do you say were the exact words she said?
I heard her say, you don't know how to take care of your...
Okay. She comes home and she tells you, Mom, and what's your reaction?
Well, initially I was pretty upset, but I know how kids sometimes can misinterpret, so I reached out via email immediately to the program. I sent an email expressing my concern, and I wanted to meet immediately. I didn't hear back from them, so I immediately, the next morning, I went to the program to speak with her personally.
And what did she say?
She said that she felt like she didn't do anything inappropriate, she didn't say anything inappropriate, and she pretty much utilized the teachable moment to teach Sarah how to speak to people properly and to kind of give it as it was received.
Okay, but if all she said was, because I won't slip and fall because I know how to take care of my body and you don't, where is the shaming? Because you feel like she's saying that Sarah doesn't take care of her body?
Yes.
Right. Sarah has struggled, as we said, and we shared with her upon the enrollment process, with taking care of her body and having the proper eating habits. And she assured me during the registration that
She's 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that all
I
emphasis.
survived on candy at 11.
Right, right.
There were a lot of bad eating choices at 11. Did she want to go back, or you didn't want to go back anymore after that,
I
Sarah?
didn't want to go back, and also she did it in front of my peers, so it also embarrassed me.
Right.
And she was around other kids.
And so you're suing for the entire program money back, not the rest of the program, because she was there for 4 weeks enjoying it and, you know.
Right, because one of the things that I was hoping Sarah would gain from this particular program overall was a positive mindset, and that's not what we got. Even after the 4 weeks, she was building up to that, but what ended up happening was it dismantled any of the progress that either could have or would have been made during that time because of her comment.
Why couldn't this be resolved? Like, when we talk about a teachable moment, I don't understand. Did you ever apologize to her and say, hey, I shouldn't have said that to you, sweetheart. Come back. We want you to come back. Did any of that ever happen?
Your Honor, what happened is after the class, I did check in with her. I did check in with her.
Sarah?
Yeah, and I did not get a response that was deeply upset. I didn't get a response from other
What'd you
kids.
say? When you say check in, what'd you do?
I just asked her how she was doing.
I'm asking if you ever reflected on your own thing that came out of your mouth and said, I'm held to a higher standard than an 11-year-old, and walk up to her and say, honey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to signal you out. Did you ever do that?
No, not expressly.
I mean, what did you learn in that teachable moment? Because the reflection is what I want you to have learned. Like, thought and said, that wasn't a great response on my part, and then walk up and say, I didn't mean to embarrass you, I'm sorry.
There's a bunch of kids around me consistently. I'm managing a lot more than just her and her feelings.
Well, of course, that's your job.
Right. But that environment is fast-paced because I have to be in a lot of
that's why
places.
I don't fault you so much for what came out of your mouth at the moment. I'm trying to understand
Sure.
why you thought it was okay to just come up to her and check on her and say, how you doing?
But also.
But then mom comes up to you the next day, I guess, and wants to have a frank and earnest discussion, and according to mom, your response is, I didn't do anything wrong.
My response to mom was to offer a half tuition discount because she wanted to pull her child. And this is beyond.
Am I the only one who wants things resolved rather than
Right.
taking the nuclear approach to
Right.
everything all the time?
I'm just responding to the email. Could
Yeah,
I
let me see the email.
Thank you so much. I'm doing my best to respond to what is being presented as a problem. The second
I am writing to
email is
file a
also-
formal complaint about body shaming my child that has experienced.
We talked the next day after that email.
I feel the issue needs to be addressed immediately. It is affecting my safety and the well-being of my child. If you think this is body shaming, she's not going to be able to survive a magazine. The thing she said is I think not appropriate for a teacher to say, but why does it have to be the nuclear option? Why does she have to be withdrawn from the program? I'm asking you what happened when you two meet. Do you say to her, oh, we love having her here. Let's say if I hurt her feelings, I didn't mean to, let me apologize to her so that we can. Did you say anything like that?
No.
What I was responding to in the moment wasn't necessarily a very level-headed conversation. There was a lot of heat. I was being drawn out of class. It was a little bit more urgent, so I was responding in a moment of urgency. I did not expressly offer an apology to my recollection. What I did offer was that I thought Sarah had done really well that day. Like I gave a point
Okay,
by
can
point.
I just ask you something? You told a student who's 11 years old, I know how to take care of my body, unlike you. So it's not that hard to apologize and to want to apologize for that. Even if she's withdrawing her child, I would be thinking, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or I didn't mean it that way. And I'd be wanting to talk. Can I just talk to your daughter and apologize to her because I didn't mean to hurt her? Why isn't that happening? I'm trying to just don't understand why later there isn't someone with a level head saying, Ms. Mitchell, you don't need to withdraw your child. We really loved having her here. If I hurt her feelings, let me apologize to her. If she had done that, what would have happened?
I think I would have reconsidered.
Okay, but in all fairness, you know that your email was pretty like, this is not the environment I want. I'm pulling my kid out. I want a full refund. And then you show up the next day. Same question to you. Why is the nuclear option the only option for you? Why aren't you saying, hey, we need to talk about this and you owe my daughter an apology?
Well, I did say that to Ms. Jones, but her stance again was that she didn't do anything wrong, and that's just the facts of what happened and how she feels about Sarah. And I told her that that was totally inappropriate. I was withdrawing her immediately, and that we would find another safe space.
You don't think that all that bothered Sarah more than the comment? Because, I mean, really, what was the comment? How big was the comment? The comment. How much did you pay for this program, by the way?
I paid $1,200 to have
and you
her come
offered
on.
her $600, the remainder portion, because Sarah, do you make friends at that camp?
I made a few, yeah.
Yeah, and then do you see them still or no? Because you're not at the camp.
No, because I'm not at the camp, and
Right,
I wasn't.
okay, all right, all
I
right.
wasn't
In life-
expecting closure.
Right.
So.
In life, we should always breathe before we act, especially in writing. As I tell my children all the time, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. You're everyone's first choice for Sarah's sake should have been to sit down and talk about it and resolve it and, figure out apologies on one side, both sides, whatever. And then Sarah would have been able to continue in the summer camp. But instead, the adults started to do this, and guess who suffered? Sarah.
Your Honor, you didn't see her expressions and her tears when she came home, and not expecting to be treated like that.
And that's why my immediate reaction wouldn't be to withdraw her from school. It would be to go in, talk about it, and get some kind of resolution where everybody's heart feels better, especially if Sarah liked the program. You would have preferred that, right, Sarah? You would have preferred to be able to finish with your friends there for 4 weeks.
I would have, but at the same time, I don't want to be around her.
Okay. And are there other instructors?
No.
She's the only instructor? So you wanted to quit camp? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All
I
right,
wanted
so then you made the
friends,
right
but not
decision.
the
Forget
camp.
everything I said. If she wanted to quit camp, then so be it. Now, why should you get all of your money back instead of half of your money back when I hear what you're saying, what you wanted as an end goal, but your end goal isn't a guarantee. What is guaranteed is every day she goes there, you drop her off, she's got somewhere to be for 8 hours, and they're teaching her fitness. You got that for half of the time. So why isn't it appropriate for her to only return a half of it?
One of the things that I was hoping, and I shared with her during the enrollment process, is that
Yes, I know, your end goal. But
positive-
what is your response to what I am saying?
A positive
What is your
mindset.
response to what I am saying, which is that for 4 weeks Sarah worked out?
because she didn't fix the problem, and I was
Okay.
hoping that that was the case.
Honestly, think that a bigger problem was created over this than should have been in any event. I'm going to order that the defendant repay the pro rata share that was not used up, the $600. I don't think any parent has a right to expect a certain feeling from their child after a summer camp. It's not as though I'm saying they don't have to return anything. It's non-refundable, so no, you don't get any money back. I'm not saying that. If you feel that you have a good reason to not send her back and she didn't want to go back, she didn't want to be around the teacher, then so be it. That gives you the entitlement to get the unearned portion back, not all of it back. $600, verdict for the plaintiff.
Judge Millian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $600.